everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Benjamin's Panthers going up against Evans's Buccaneers. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Now, we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Hill, the lone setback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete to open things up. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Here we go now. Green, all right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now look at 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Noah Spence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On second down, Hill. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll go on the ground, fighting through. And some space here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go, team. Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy is going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Vaughn Alexander's one of the exciting linebackers in the league. His forte, speed.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, but not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will make our score 9-0. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come out here in the eye. Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. but sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Hill, the lone setback. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. Watching that, Barney.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Gun! Green, 39. Watching that, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And wow, fortunately, he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 79 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. Well, pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second and just one.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Patriot! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
Detroit! Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll look to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Now let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Detroit! Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down, 9 yards to go. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. Green throw.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,